happy new month and welcome again to Lifestyle Show brought to you by Wuzomia Television. Today we're talking about culture. Culture is a way of life of an individual and it is our heritage that we imbibe and we adapt to it because we're born into it and just naturally we pick it up and becomes our own. So whenever you visit, basically in West Africa, there is a ceremony like a naming ceremony, housewarming among several other things. You will always see them bringing out some food items and they use those food items to pray. Like they will say, this is this, because this is honey, because it is honey, you would never know sourness in your life. It will always be honey and you will always enjoy sweetness among several other things. So it is believed that there are some several food that have significant spiritual affiliation to them. So these foods generally they play significant role in the entirety of our spirituality as well as our culture. So today we'll be talking about 3 significant foods that tend to have some spiritual affiliation and cannot be done without when we talk about our spirituality, our cultural heritage. Lifestyle Show with Ayobiko, the only sexy sugar mommy of Lagos on Wuzomia Television. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, do it right now. Follow every of our social media platforms and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Fashion, beauty and culture, all of this goodies on WOTV. These foods, as Elia said, they perform wide range of spiritual purposes. Part of it is the fact that they tend to bind the human realm with the spiritual realm or the nature. So the first on the list, I have kola nut. Kola nut, also known as obi in Yoruba. I wouldn't know what it is in the Igbo language. Ever been okay? Okay, so yeah, I have never seen any situation whereby they consider kola nut as a mere fruit. It is very common in West Africa, especially when you even go to the Igbo people. An Igbo man will tell you that he who brings kola nut brings life. So you cannot even visit an Igbo man without you taking kola nut along. It's just like a pleasantry and just the way you can be accepted, okay? So kola nut aside that is used for prayer. You will see in Yoruba, they will say that obi reo, ti obati je obi, kiniko, and they will pray for the child like during naming ceremony. And if it is housewarming, they will use that obi, that it will be ikudanu, it will shekiniko like this, all of those things. They will shout, pray like that, and everybody will be fine. They just believe in that metaphysical property of this particular fruit, so they don't see it as mere fruit. Though we see our elderly people, eating it and just like that, but more than that, it does a lot of spiritual work. Another one is bitter kola. Yeah, we cannot talk about kola nut without bitter kola. It's just like they work hand in hand. Bitter kola is otherwise known as orogbo in the Yoruba dialect. Yes, Yoruba. Bitter kola has a wide range of benefits. That one is still aside, but then it can also help to repel serpents, snakes. If you have it in your house or just the back of it, put it around you, you would not even be tortured or even tormented by serpents. Aside that, it is one thing that the Yoruba people basically, or let me just put this, the West African believe that they can make use of this bitter kola to protect themselves spiritually. It serves as a form of averting any spiritual attack. So they feel like if you have bitter kola around you, or you eat bitter kola, or you pray with bitter kola, any evil that is coming to you, you have already gained immunity. So it waits off evil, any evil thing that is coming to you. And the next one is bread and wine. It has spiritual significance in a way, basically among the Christians. And this is not only to Africans alone, it's all over the world. They see bread and wine to represent the body and blood of Christ. So whenever they take it, they already feel there is a communion or communication between the living and Jesus Christ, just to reaffirm that promises he made during the cross of Calvary and all of that. So that is the significance of this bread and wine. We have several other foods that also has spiritual affiliation or spiritual significance. Part of that is honey. And I started off with that when you see people with honey, they will tell you that this is honey and they'll put honey in the baby's mouth during the ring ceremony. Boshela, oyilo niyo, ayama dunyo, ayo ni koro, you know, stuff like that. And they also make use of alligator pepper too. Yeah, alligator pepper. We have water. Yes. You know, water is just like a very, very significant. Of course, it's not a food, but it's part of food. But it is very significant. You would always see people praying for people with water. They believe that water is a spiritual being on its own, and it has the power to, you know, metamorphosize into the spiritual realm and even help you, you know, in healing. They will say, tutu lambale oluweri, and for that reason, your life will always be at ease, among several other things. We also have adum. Adum. You can actually call it concave, whatever you feel like calling it. Adum is also like a representation of sweetness. Yes. We have palm oil. Palm oil is for ease, and basically when you see where they are worshiping Eshu, you always see the palm oil there. It is very, very significant. We also have sugar. We have sugar and we have sugar cane. Yes, sugar cane is also used to represent something that has to do with sweetness, among several other things. So these are what our mothers and our fathers have taught us, and we can as well use it for our spiritual growth outside us going out for any prayer or anything. We can just use it at home. Just pick palm oil, pray with it, and take it. Or maybe you have something like a bite and you just put palm oil. They'll see that palm oil brings about ease, and all of that. So thank you very much for being a part of the show today. I am Mikun, the only sexy sugar mommy of Lagos, taking you through the best of lifestyle tips on Wisdom Yet Television. If you are here to subscribe, hey, subscribe right now to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Everyone we're on there. Until next time we'll be doing this, I leave you with a lot of love, joy, peace, and happiness.